refusing to let go. She didn't even drink water. She just kept talking to me. Sometimes she cried, sometimes she laughed. It was a little terrifying, honestly. I'd been ready to let go, but the sheer force of her emotions made me feel like I had no choice. If I didn't wake up to comfort her, it wouldn't feel right. So I fought with every ounce of strength I had left against my failing body. And finally, in the middle of the night, I opened my eyes. For over 2 weeks after I woke up, Sarah barely left my side. Her care was so over the top it bordered on madness. She fed me, helped me to the bathroom, and nearly insisted on undressing me herself. I was desperate to recover quickly. If this went on any longer, Sarah might actually lose her mind. One afternoon, while she was out of the room, I decided to go to the bathroom on my own. I managed to walk there just fine without any help. As I was leaving, my legs suddenly gave out, I fell to the floor biting my face on the sink, blood immediately started gushing down my face. Struggling to get up, I accidentally pulled down the cloth that had been covering the bathroom mirror. When I looked up, I saw a horrible sight: my own face, pale and haggard, bruised and bloody. Before I could process it, Claire burst into the room. She pulled me into her arms, shielding me from the mirror as if to stop me from seeing myself. Her voice was low and full of anger as she scolded, I was gone for 5 minutes to pay the bill, and Sarah just disappears? Useless. I pushed her away, frowning. Don't talk about Sarah like that. I don't want to hear it. She has her own life, her own family, and a job. She's not like me, just sitting around all day, being a burden to her. Claire fell silent, her lips pressing into a thin line. She grabbed a handful of tissues and started wiping the blood off my face. Her hands trembled as she worked, and I noticed her eyes reddening. In a forced calm voice, she asked, why didn't you tell me you were sick? What's the point of having a mouth if you don't use it? Did Sarah mean more to you than I ever did? You told her everything, but you couldn't even tell me? I met her gaze and replied evenly, because I don't need you. I don't need your concern. I don't need your company. So whether you knew I was sick or not doesn't matter to me. The truth was, I'd never deliberately hidden my illness from Claire. My medical reports had been sitting on the desk in plain sight. If she'd bothered to look, she would have seen them. But during the months when my body was wasting away, Ryan had entered her life. He was younger, more handsome, and far more charming than I could ever hope to be. For him, Claire stopped coming home at night. She didn't see me collapse on the floor, writhing in pain. She didn't see me cry in fear as I called the doctor, begging for help. A single tear fell from Claire's cheek onto the back of my hand. She turned her head away, her voice filled with bitterness. Of course, Isaac. You're so great, aren't you? You can just toss me aside whenever you feel like it. Tell me to leave, and I have to leave. I get it. You don't need me. Fine. After a long pause, her voice broke as she whispered, but I need you. Claire still didn't know why I broke up with her all those years ago. When she came back, successful and radiant, asking me to marry her, I owed her an explanation. I'd planned to tell her everything. I wanted to explain that all the cruel things I'd said during our breakup were lies. She was amazing. She deserved the best man in the world. Someone who could give bestie Snee was amazing. Snee deserved the best man in the world, someone who could give Na a nappy family, neat children, a lyre tree of poverty and illness. I'd practiced those words countless times, perfecting them so I could smile.